That was just it. But this is no ordinary figure puppet. It's an Oragami Yoda that was made by Dwight from his own instructions. Tommy, another main character, put together all the stories of Oragami Yoda helping people and tried to decide if Oragami Yoda is really predicting the future or not. This is one of the stories Tommy has collected as told by Kellen. At the end, there are comments from Harvey, a non-believer of Oragami Yoda, and from Tommy as well. The Strange Case of Oragami Yoda by Tom Engelberg. What happened to me was this. I was in the bathroom right before school was about to start, and I saw that someone, probably Harvey, had written, "Kellen drinks pee," over the wall, and on the wall over the sink. So I leaned across the sink to erase it. I had these light brown pants, and they got all wet, right across the front. I seriously looked like I had peed my pants. Really bad. I tried to cover it with my shirt. It was that really thrifty shirt of mine. Scooby-Doo on it, and it wasn't long enough to cover the pee part. It really wasn't pee, of course. Lance was in there too. "Dude," he said, "that doesn't even begin to hide your pee stain." "Lance, you saw this wasn't a pee stain, right? It's just water from the sink." "Yeah, I saw that, but man, it totally looks like you peed in your pants." "But you'll tell people the truth, right?" "What am I supposed to do? Follow you around and tell people it's not pee. It just looks exactly like pee." Then the warning bell rang for homeroom. That meant I only had 1 minute to get to class. There's no way I could go to class with a giant pee stain. And there's no way I could get my pants dry in 1 minute. Which really wasn't true. For one thing, Harvey's in my homeroom. And you know he's a total dipwad about stuff like that. And probably say something loud. Everyone can see it, even people who don't normally look at it. Even worse, Rondello's in there too. And the last thing in the world I need is for Rondello to see that pee stain. It really wasn't pee, you know. Then I had an idea. "Hey Lance, can we run to class and get my coat? I think it's long enough to hide in the spot." "No time, dude. I'll never make it back here and then back in class in 1 minute. Speaking of which, I gotta go to class now, dude. Got about 40 seconds left. See you, Kellen." So Lance left. Thanks, Lance. Right now I might be thinking, so what? Just show up to class a little late. Great idea, except for various reasons. I've shown up late about 20 times this year. And Mr. Howell said next time it happens, I have to spend the rest day in ISS. That's in-school suspension. It's more boring than anything you could imagine. Plus, every time I get sent there, my principal Novaski sends a note home to my parents, and I lose my PlayStation for 2 weeks. So I have to get my pants dry in 40 seconds, except for the fact that it's physically impossible to do that. Then Dwight came out one of the stalls. You know what? It seems like he's in the bathroom every single time I go in there. "Look at my pants, Dwight. Got any ideas?" "I got the idea that you peed in your pants." "No, I didn't." "And I meant, did you have any ideas that would help me?" "No," he said. Then he held up Oragami Yoda, which is on his finger. "But Yoda might." "Whatever," I said. Then Dwight did his Yoda voice, which Harvey is right about being totally the worst Yoda impression of all time. I do it a lot better. But anyway, Yoda said, "Oh, God, you're my friend." "What?" "I guess," said Dwight in his normal voice, "you need to make all of your pants wet so it doesn't look like a pee stain anymore." Then he left for class too. I turned on the water and splashed myself all over, my pants and shirt too. Then I ran in class and got there just before Mr. Howell was shutting the door. "Should I even ask why you're all wet, Kellen?" said Mr. Howell. "Nope," I said, and I sat down real quick. He was skeptical, but he went ahead with the roll. After homeroom, I had PE, so I was able to switch to my sweatpants for the rest of the day. Everyone wondered why I was wet, and sure, it was cold and uncomfortable for a while, but the important thing is that I didn't get sent to the office, I didn't lose my PlayStation for 2 weeks, and nobody, including Rondella, thought I peed my pants. That's why I knew Origami's for real, man. He's totally Jedi wise. Harvey's comment. "What a bunch of malarkey. Paperwad Yoda's real," which it isn't. "Surely it would come up with something better than going to class in soaking wet pants. The real Yoda would have tried him with his mind or something. Also, I have to point out that according to Kellen's story, Dwight walked out of the bathroom stall with Big Wad Yoda on his finger. That's just gross, folks. My comment. I agree that the solution was not perfect, but it was better than anything I've think of. Remember that Kellen only had a few seconds left. I think it was pretty good advice, and probably better than anything Dwight would come up with. That's what really blows my mind. Dwight can barely function. Walking around school with his shoes untied and hair uncombed. Always getting terrible grades and getting sent to the office for being late or falling asleep in class or whatever. And he does come to class with weird stains on his clothes. Yes, his advice, it would be horrible. If you ask for Oragami Yoda's advice, you get something great. That's how I estimate Oragami Yoda.